Okay, I'm going to show you a quick little video clip here. Hopefully this will help you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is go in here and you need to insert a column. Two columns, actually. I'm going to put two columns in. I've just put two columns before. So I just highlighted these two columns, right-clicked, or if you're on a Mac, I'm not sure, it probably looks a little bit different, but then I go insert and it will insert however many columns I've selected, it will insert that number of columns to the left side of that. So you don't get a choice in Excel. You do in Google Sheets, you do get a choice of whether you want to go right or left, but in Excel, it always does it to the left. So in any case, we've got two blank columns here. So we've got a strongly agree, an agree, a neutral, a disagree, and a strongly disagree column before them. So now what we're going to do is concatenate. And so this is where I'm going to say equals concatenate. Just type, once you create it once, you can just copy and paste. So I'm going to concatenate, and you can't do like a sum. You can't do a drag the whole thing. So you have to do this, then a comma, then this one, then a comma, then this one, a comma, comma. You don't need a comma after the last one, and then just close your parentheses and hit agree. So now this is a formula. If I was just to copy and paste this over here like this, well, sorry, that's not correct. If I was to copy and paste it, if I was to drag it over, let's just say I drag it over, then, no, that's not right. So now it's concatenating everything before it. So if I just drag this, or say, let's copy this whole copy, and then I'm going to paste it just as it is, right? And so now what it's done is it's concatenated everything. If you look at the formula over here, it concatenated the last 5 columns. So it changed the K to a 3. So it moves everything over. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is right click it, copy, and then you're going to paste. See this 1, 2, 3 thing here? That's text. The other way that you can do it is say paste special, paste values. So that's what's going to then put the value instead of, this is a formula. If you look up there in the screen, it's a formula up here. This is text. So this is just a value. It's no longer a formula. In order to get this to go all the way down, I just grab the corner of the file and I drag it down. And then I can go and I can copy that whole column. Just say right click, copy, and I can either say paste it here as a value, or I can go ahead and do paste special, and the same thing. You're going to have to paste a value. So it's going to, there's choices. You can set your number, but we don't care. So you're just pasting a value into that. Once you do that, if you want to copy and use this again on another set of, let's go over here to the next series of questions. And so here's my next strongly agree. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to insert 2 columns. I'm going to copy this formula. So just one, I'm going to copy it into the closest one. And here I want to copy it as a formula, or paste it as a formula. I don't want to paste it as a value. I want it in there as a formula, so that when I go like this all the way down, it's going to run the formula for everything. And then I go ahead and I do the copy, paste, value. I'm pasting a value. Now, because I have this formula over here, I can go back over here and I can delete everything, all the columns up to the one that says, well, first I want to keep my question. So I want to make sure I have that copy of the question in the top so I know what I'm talking about. And then I can go in and I can delete all these. Delete the first one. So now I know I'm interested in a career in science is the question I'm concerned about. So I'm going to make sure that I have this in the, oh, I already started it. So I'm going to make sure I put that into the column that I'm keeping. And this is the one that I'm keeping, right? So again, you want to, unless you want to retype that, re-enter that concatenate every time and recreate it every time, you want to make sure you just do a copy paste of this formula into the next series that you have that you're working on. So if you're here, then you would say this, you go ahead and you copy, oh, I'm way too many over. All right, so I didn't create, insert. I've got my columns. I'm going to copy my formula over to the new one. Make sure you paste it as a formula. Otherwise, it's just going to go in as a value. And then you want to go ahead and pull it down, drag it down. Just grab that corner. And you'll see in the corner, there's going to be a little, when you look at the corner here, see that little plus? When it goes into that little plus, that's where you grab it. At that point, that's where you pull it down. And so I'm going to say copy. Oh, I want to make sure I paste the whole thing as a value. I'm going to take the question. I can take it from any of these. Cut it or copy it, doesn't matter. Paste it in there so we know that that is the question that we want. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete all the ones that were in the prior. Delete. So now I have, what you end up is with a question. I like science, everything in one column. I'm interested in a career in science, everything in one column. We'll go ahead and get rid of this one once we've copied this one over to the next series that you have, the next set of questions that you have asked. And you just keep working your way through all 60 of the questions that they ask, the same set. Basically for STEM or for science, technology, engineering, and math, they ask them 4 different times. So hopefully that helps. Let me know if it doesn't.